What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. The Hisuian Decidueye raids are just around the corner, so today I'll be going over some counters that my lovely community members have sent over to me because I am clearly under the weather right now and my brain doesn't work, so that you can easily take down these raids as well. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So per usual, we of course have to take a look at what exactly we're going to be going up against once we do hop into these raids before we hop into the actual counters. So for starters, Hisuian Decidueye is normally a grass and fighting type Pokemon. However, it is going to have a grass tera type for this raid, so it will be a pure grass type. And just like every single other 7-star raid that we've had to date, it is most likely going to have its hidden ability, which is Scrappy, which means that fighting and normal moves will hit ghost types. And it's also going to be immune to Intimidate. And when it comes to Hisuian Decidueye's EV spread, it does have an HP stat of 88 and it is going to have an attack stat of 112. So it is clearly going to be a strong physical attacker. It also has a defense stat of 80, a special attack stat of 95, which is also nothing to scoff at. So realistically, it could go either way. Sometimes they do that where they make them mixed attackers and they give them both physical and special attacks. So that might be something that we have to keep an eye on for this raid as well. It also has a special defense stat of 95 and a speed stat of 60. So it's not the fastest Pokemon. However, it does have some pretty good stats. And when it comes to Decidueye's moveset, obviously it's going to have its signature move triple arrows on there, which does, number one, have a high crit rate and a 50% chance to lower defense by 1 and a 30% chance of flinching. So kind of an annoying move all around because you're either more likely to get crit, get a defense drop, or get flinched. And it does also have a base power of 90, so just to start with, it kind of hurts. And even though for this specific raid it is going to be a grass tera type, I can also 1000% see them putting Brave Bird on it, which does have a base power of 120. Yes, Hisuian Decidueye would take a little bit of recoil damage from it, but considering that these raid bosses have so much HP, I don't think it would mind. And obviously they're probably going to want to put some kind of grass move on there, so I can definitely see them using Leaf Blade, which does have a base power of 90, and it also has a high crit ratio as well. Lastly, just for coverage, I can definitely see them throwing something like a dark type move like Knock Off on there just to get rid of any items that your Pokemon might be holding, which will also do 1.5 times the damage if you are holding an item, which, let's be real, most of us do bring items into these raid battles. But it also does get access to ghost type moves like Shadow Claw and Shadow Sneak. And like I said, they could always give it some kind of special attacking moves as well, or even some healing moves like Synthesis, since it does also learn Sunny Day, and if they do put something like Brave Bird on there, this would probably help with HP recovery as well. And it does also learn some pretty good special attacking fighting type moves like Aura Sphere. Not to mention it also gets access to setup moves like Bulk Up to raise its attack and its defense, and it also gets access to Nasty Plot if they did want to go the special attacking route. So Hisuian Decidueye is definitely a very versatile opponent. But now that we have a little bit better of an idea of what exactly we might be going up against in these raids, let's go ahead and hop into the counters that my lovely community members have so kindly helped me out with, because like I said, if I sound a little stuffy, it's because I'm under the weather and my brain doesn't work right now. So per usual, we do have a couple of different options for the type of Pokemon that you would like to bring. We do have 1 special attacker, 1 physical attacker, and then 2 support Pokemon, depending on which route you would like to take. But starting off with our special attacker, we have Armarouge, which of course is going to be a fire and psychic type Pokemon, and you are most likely going to want a fire tera for this particular raid. Item wise, we do have her holding a life orb just so that we can get a little bit more of a punch when we do go for those big special attacks. The only downside to a life orb, of course, is that you are going to lose a bit of HP every time you do use any kind of attack. However, that's why we have good support Pokemon. And cheers. EV spread wise is going to be super simple as well. You're going to want to go ahead and go for full HP and full special attack. What's nice about the Pokemon that we did end up going with is that I actually already had all of these built. So all I really did was change their movesets and items. So you most likely already have a lot of these builds as well if you have been doing the 7-star raid since like the beginning. But so like I mentioned, full HP, full special attack with a special attacking nature. And moveset wise, we did go with Acid Spray, Armor Cannon, Lava Plume, and Calm Mind. And so of course, Acid Spray is going to be there to lower Hisuian Decidueye's special defense. Calm Mind is there to help you set up so that you can do more damage. And of course, you have your two big special attacking moves in Armor Cannon and Lava Plume. And if you don't want to go the special attacking route and you would rather hit it on the physical side, or maybe you just don't have an Armor Rouge because you have Violet and you don't have that specific Pokemon, our physical attacker of choice is going to be Corviknight, which is of course a flying and steel type Pokemon. And for this raid, we do have it with a flying Tera type. When it comes to held items, we did go ahead and give Corviknight a Shell Bell, which means that it is going to restore a little bit of HP every time that it inflicts damage. And once again, when it does come to its EVs, it is going to be a very straightforward and simple build. It's just going to be full HP and full attack with an attacking nature. Moveset wise, we did go ahead with Bulk Up, Screech, Drill Peck, and Roost. Roost is there to, of course, give us a little bit more HP recovery if we do need that. Bulk Up is there for you to set up. Screech is going to, of course, lower Hisuian Decidueye's defense stats, and then Drill Peck is going to be your attacking move of choice. And if you are more of a support Pokemon type person, the first support Pokemon that we decided to go with is going to be Tinkaton, which is of course a Fairy and Steel type Pokemon. The Tera types for the support Pokemon don't really matter because you're generally not going to want to Terrastalize your support Pokemon. It's usually the attackers that you're going to want to Terrastalize, so pay no attention to either of their Tera types. But for its item, we did go ahead with Covert Cloak, which means that you're not going to be hit by any secondary effects from a move. So for example, if Hisuian Decidueye does get something like Fake Out, which it does learn. In addition to Fake Out inflicting physical damage, it also causes you to flinch. However, with the Covert Cloak, you would not be able to be flinched. So it's a handy little item. For its EVs, it is going to be full HP and full defense. And moveset wise, we went ahead and gave it Play Rough, Fake Tears, Helping Hand, and Reflect. Of course, Fake Tears is there to lower the special defense of Hisuian Decidueye. Helping Hand is there to help your attacker. Reflect is there to protect against any physical moves that Hisuian Decidueye might be coming at you with. And then we have Play Rough in case you want to do a little damage yourself. And if you're not a fan of Tinkaton, our second option for a support Pokemon is going to be Reverum, which is normally a Steel and Poison type. Like I said, pay no attention to either of their Teras for the purposes of this raid. But for its item, we also went ahead and gave it a Covert Cloak, and once again, its EVs are going to be full HP and full defense, since Hisuian Decidueye is most likely going to be hitting you with mostly physical type attacks. However, like I said, they could always make it a mixed attacker, which is always annoying. But moveset wise, we went ahead and gave it Lick, Acid Spray, Overheat, and Taunt. Taunt is there to, of course, stop Decidueye from using any type of setup moves. Like I mentioned, it does learn Nasty Plot and Bulk Up, so Taunt would definitely come in handy. Lick is there because not only does it do damage, but it also has a chance to paralyze Decidueye. Acid Spray is there to lower special defense, and Overheat is there in case you do also have to do some damage. But there you have it. Those are all of the builds that my lovely community has come up with to take into the Hisuian Decidueye raids. Per usual, I'm sure you guys also have your own builds and ideas for what you want to bring to these raids, so I would love to hear those down below in the comments as well. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.